One day, you notice something strange. The room is quiet. Too quiet. You look around. No footsteps. No voices. No one is coming. You check your phone. No messages. No opportunity. No rescue. Just silence. And your own reflection staring back at you. This is the moment most people break. They panic. They ask the universe, why me? Why do I have to do this alone? But for a rare few, this moment is not tragedy. It is awakening. The realization that changes everything. No one is coming. Good, because the moment you stop waiting for help is the moment you become dangerous. No savior. No safety net. Only you and the empire you will build. From the moment you were born, they trained you not to lead, not to stand alone, but to depend. School called it group projects. Society calls it networking, connections, helping each other climb. But hidden inside this idea is a quiet poison. When someone supports you, you owe them. When someone funds you, they own a piece of you. When someone lifts you up, they can drop you. Most people want support because they want safety. But safety is expensive. The price is control. If no one supports you, no one controls you. If no one lifts you, no one owns you. And suddenly what looked like loneliness becomes freedom. Most people fear the empty room, but a few recognize it as power. If that truth just clicked in your mind, leave a single word below awake. There is a place most people fear. A place with no help, no money, no connections, just you. This place is called zero. Zero support, zero audience, zero safety net. Most people panic here. They see emptiness. They see failure. They see the end. But the outlier sees something else. Freedom. Because if no one helped you rise, no one can push you down. And if you build alone, you own everything. The supported man moves slowly. He waits for approval. He waits for agreement. But the man with nothing moves instantly. Because he answers to no one. You don't need a committee. You need a mirror. You don't need permission. You need a decision. When you reach zero, every move is yours alone. So stop fearing zero. Respect it. Zero is not the end. Zero is the starting line of power. There is a hidden addiction most people never notice. The need to be liked, to be understood, to be supported, to be loved. People dilute their ambition to make it acceptable. They shrink their vision to avoid criticism. They soften their truth to keep approval. And slowly they disappear. When you chase approval, people smell it. Neediness repels power. The more you beg, the less they give. So stop trying to be loved. Love is unstable. Respect is earned. And respect comes from competence. Become so skilled, so sharp, so precise that your results speak louder than your explanations. The crowd wants comfort. The outlier wants power. Comfort asks for permission. Power builds anyway. Most people waste their power by talking. They announce their dreams. They broadcast their plans. They seek approval before the work begins. You tell a friend about your idea. They say, "That sounds hard." Or, "Are you sure?" And suddenly the fire weakens. Talking releases pressure. Silence builds it. When a goal stays inside you, it becomes energy. Restlessness, obsession, movement. The ghost does not announce. The ghost does not explain. The ghost works. While the world sleeps, he builds. No audience, no applause, no validation, just the quiet rhythm of progress. Step after step after step. Disappear. Not forever. Just long enough to become unrecognizable. One day, you will return. And no one will understand how you changed. If you have zero support, you cannot afford mediocrity. You cannot afford distraction. You must become dangerously good. You learn everything. Strategy, psychology, money, creation. Because when no one helps you, you must become everything. The world calls it obsession. They say you are extreme, unbalanced, too intense. But obsession is the entry fee to greatness. While others relax, you refine. While others celebrate, you sharpen. While others sleep, you build. Skill is carved through repetition, through failure, through nights no one will ever see. If this idea changed how you see effort, let it travel. Pass this insight forward. Because somewhere, someone else is standing alone in the dark. There is a phase no one talks about. Not in motivational books. Not in success stories. The nights when you stare at the ceiling and ask one question. Am I crazy? You left the crowd, but you haven't arrived anywhere yet. You are in the wilderness. No applause, no progress visible, just distance. In the wilderness, your mind turns against you. Old voices return. Teachers, relatives, friends. You should be realistic. The easy path calls you back. Return to the herd. Return to comfort. Return to the cage you escaped. Every outlier crosses this valley. The valley of doubt, where the weak turn back, and the strong continue walking because something waits on the other side. Not comfort, not approval, power. But first, you must survive the dark. When you walk alone long enough, something strange happens. You split. There are now two versions of you. The tired one and the commander. One part wants comfort, sleep, excuse. The other part demands movement, work, discipline. The commander does not negotiate. He says, get up, focus. We move. No one is coming. You become your own father, your own coach, your own enemy. The voice that pushes when no one else will. Weakness fades over time because the commander keeps winning, day after day. Eventually, only one version remains. And when that happens, you stop asking for motivation. You stop waiting for help. You simply execute. If you walk alone long enough, pain will arrive. Rejection, silence. Doors closing, one after another. Most people try to escape pain. They numb it. With distraction, with comfort, with excuses. But the outlier does something else. He uses it. Pain is energy. High-octane fuel for the mind that refuses to quit. They ignored you. Good. Work harder. They doubted you. Better. Move faster. Sadness makes you heavy. Anger makes you move. The disciplined mind turns anger into precision. Every rejection becomes fuel. Every insult becomes fire. And slowly, without anyone noticing, you become dangerous. There are two kinds of isolation. The first is accidental. You feel abandoned, forgotten, left behind. The second is intentional. You choose distance. Because noise kills clarity. Every draining person is a leak in your power. Every pointless conversation steals focus. Strategic isolation cuts those wires. At first, the silence will feel loud. Your thoughts will scream. Doubts, memories, fear. But if you stay long enough, something changes. Beneath the noise, a quieter voice appears. Your mind. And for the first time, you hear it. Your strategy. Your direction. Your path. Greatness is born in the void. For a long time, no one noticed you. You worked in silence, in the dark, invisible, exactly as planned. But something strange begins to happen. People look twice. They sense something different. Not louder, not flashier, just heavier. Power has weight. Competence has gravity. And when you carry enough, the room leans toward you. The same people who doubted you start asking questions. What changed? How did you do it? But they never saw the nights you vanished. They think you appeared suddenly. But you know the truth. This version of you was forged in silence, and now the same world that ignored you is slowly starting to pay attention. There is a truth few people mention. Power is lonely. Not because people disappear, but because you change. Conversations start to feel different. The jokes, the complaints, the small worries. They no longer hold your attention, not because you think you are better, but because your mind is somewhere else. Strategy, movement, the next move. Sometimes you miss the old version of you, the one who didn't know what was possible. But growth is a one-way road. Once you see the game clearly, you cannot unsee it. And eventually, you stop fighting the solitude. Because you realize this silence is not emptiness. It is space for power. For years you thought your lack of support was a weakness, a disadvantage, a problem to overcome. But look closer. The supported man is tied to expectations, to investors, to approval, to permission. He must ask. He must wait. He must explain. But the man with nothing moves instantly. Speed is power. Silence is power. Independence is power. And the one who answers to no one moves fastest. Suddenly, your greatest struggle reveals itself as your greatest advantage. No chains, no leash, no gatekeepers, just one mind, one will, one direction, and the rarest power in the modern world, freedom to move. One day, someone will ask you how you did it, how you built everything from nothing, how you moved without support. They will imagine a secret mentor, a hidden investor, a lucky break, because the truth feels too simple to believe. There was no rescue, no shortcut, no miracle, just thousands of silent decisions no one saw. The nights you kept working, the doubts you kept walking through, the pain you turned into fuel, and slowly, without applause, without permission, without support, you became the man no one helped. If this journey felt familiar to you, stay close. There are more lessons waiting ahead. Subscribe and turn on the bell. The next chapter is coming.